then there were no one. Chapter 5. Trapped in. It was now getting dark at the cabin. Judy, Nick, Sylvester, Daffy were in shock from what they're seeing. Rigby's body was gone. What the hell happened to Rigby's body? Nick replied in shock. I have no idea, Judy replied. First Mordecai is missing. Now Rigby is missing, Judy replied. Suffering Sukadish, Sylvester replied in fear. I think Mordecai killed Rigby. Him and Rigby always get into fights, and one time Mordecai told me that he actually killed Rigby once, Daffy replied. Really? Then how was he still alive? Nick asked. He can't explain it, Daffy replied. I don't know who did this, but we need to get out of here before the killer gets one of us, Judy replied worriedly. I'm with you, sister, Daffy replied. Judy, Nick, Daffy, Sylvester ran out of the cabin, and then got in their cars and began to drive off. They were driving down the dirt road, and now nightfall. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going down to the police station and file a report of murder investigation at the cabin, Judy instructed. Then Nick noticed something hanging from 2 trees down the dirt road. Hey Fluff, what the hell is that hanging in the trees? Nick asked. Judy immediately stopped the car. Then Daffy stopped his car right next to them. Hey, why did you stop? There's a killer on the loose, and you taking a smoke break, Daffy shouted in frustration. Shut for a minute, Nick shouted. There's something hanging from the trees, Judy replied worriedly. Oh please, they're just broken branches, Daffy replied. Judy then turned on her headlights. Judy, Nick, Daffy, Sylvester eyes opened in horror. Hanging from the trees, it was Mordecai and Rigby. Mordecai's throat was slashed open and blood was pouring all over his body. Judy, Nick, Daffy, Sylvester screamed in horror. Oh my God, Mordecai, Judy screamed loudly in horror. Let's get the hell out of here, Daffy screamed in horror. They floored it. They were speeding down the dirt road. Suddenly, there was a huge tree blocking the road. Judy seized the tree. Stop, Judy screamed. They stopped their cars. Why is there a huge tree? Nick asked. It wasn't here before, Daffy replied. Someone did this so we can't escape, Judy replied. What are we going to do then? Sylvester shouted in fear. I guess we have no choice but to go back to the cabin, Judy replied hesitantly. Are you out of your mind? Daffy shouted in frustration. Look, if we try to walk, the killer will get us for sure, Judy shouted. She's got a point, Nick replied. Well, alright, Daffy replied, annoyed. Judy, Nick, Daffy, Sylvester then turned around and began to drive back to the cabin.